This is the 6.4 guided practice. I'm going to be doing the evens on this one. All right, so if I look at this first one, I already have the first plotted out, but let's just take a look at the directions. It says make a scatter plot and then describe the correlation. Okay, so for the first one, if I look at this data right here, the top one's going to be my x, the bottom one's going to be my y, right? So for the first one, what I did is I took my biggest number, which was 50, and I divided it by 10. And that's because 10 right here is the number of lines. So I did 50 divided by 10, so that means each line is worth 5. Okay, so then on the bottom here on the x-axis, I have it just labeled AT for adult tickets, but that's every line is 5, and I did every other line to kind of like space it out and give it some room. Now for the children's tickets, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 137 and then divide by the number of lines. That's going to be 10. So then I should get 13.7. Now, we don't want to have every line to be 13.7. So how about we round up to every line's 15, just to make it easier for ourselves. So we have 15 for this one. So the first line's 15, this one will be 30, 45, 60, 2 lines will be 90, and you can see that each time it goes up 30, so it just makes the math a little bit easier. So I go up 2, and then I'm going to add 30, so it'll be 120, and then this would be 135 right here, and then 150 on the very top. So then now all I do is plot my points. So what I'm going to do is look at my information, and my first point is right here. So that's going to be 10, 30. So I'm going to go 10 to adults and then 30 for children's. And that'll be your point. The second one is 20 for adults and then 55. So I'm going to do 30 and then 55 will probably be right about there. Then I'll have 30 and 80. So 30 and then go up to 80. So that would be right there. 40 and 112. So 40, something like that right there. And then 50 and 137. So that'd be about right there. All right, so now I got my points right there, and you would just then from there you would draw your trend line. So I would just draw my trend line. I know it's going to go through the majority of the points. I'm going to start here. I want to end up there. So it's going to be something like that, but I probably want to make it skinnier. So it'd be something like right about there, and then draw a little point there, and then you're done. So describe the correlation of the scatter plots. So as you can see, the more adult tickets there are, the more children's tickets are sold. So pretty easy correlation. You can also say as the number of adult tickets went up, so did the number of children's tickets. All right, so we go to 4. Same thing as we have years now, and then we have amount of money in revenue. So what I have here is, this is going to be my X, and this is going to be my Y. Now, I don't necessarily look at, when we're talking about years, look at the number. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I know there's going to be 10 lines right here. So I'm just going to do 1 for each. So this one will be, the first one will be 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, and so on. All the way up until 2007. So I'll just do the second digit of each one. 1, 2, 03, 04, 05, 06, and 07. And then my very last one, I don't have to worry about. On my y-axis, that's the money and revenue. Now I've got this really big number right here, 9680. So what I need to do is 9,680 divided by the number of lines. We have 10 in there, so that's going to then equal 968. Now we don't want to have each line be 968, so we're going to have to round, so we can maybe do 970, 975, something along those lines. Just like we did over here, we're going to round up. If you round down, you can get into a little bit of trouble with finishing all the lines and getting room for them. So we're going to round up to like a decent number. If we really wanted to, we could round this up to 1,000. So that means each line is going to be worth 1,000. So this one is year, and then I don't have enough room on mine to label on the left, but make sure that you label it. But then if each one's worth 1,000, that means it's be 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, and then 10,000. So let's do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then if I were to write this, like, I would just put, if I were to label that, I would write just the, whatever the gross revenue. And then I would put in quotations in millions. Well, it already says in millions, so this would be in thousands, but in thousands of millions. It doesn't make really much sense, but just go along with the numbers. It'll be fine. So then I just have to plot this, and I'll plot, so 99, they did 7,500. So doing 99, I'll go to 7, something like that. 2,077.50. So 6. Actually, no, it'd be a little bit higher. So it goes up a little bit. Then we go to 01, 8370. So after I plot all my points, it'll look something like this. And then I just want to do my trend line. Now, in the trend line, you just want to try to go through all of the middle of the points. So I start over here, and actually I'm going to redo that. If I start over here and I want to try to get it through the majority of the points, so it'd be something like that. But what the trend line does, it kind of shows you what's happening. So to do our correlation, again, we could just write, as the years go on, as does the revenue, or the revenue increases. But as we can see, there's kind of it goes slightly up in 01. There goes up higher in 01, stays a little bit stagnant from here to here, and then increases up a little bit more. So it's really just about wording and how you see it. So this one is, for these, we want to, any situation, tell well the correlation is likely, and then explain. So for number 6, it tells the height of a mountain and the average elevation of the state it is in. Do those two correlate? So if you look at a mountain, so the higher you get, what happens to the average elevation? So we would write something along the lines of, as you increase the height of the mountain, you increase the height of the elevation. Or you could say something along the lines of the height of the mountain increases the average and decreases with the average elevation. In number 6, a drop in the price of a barrel and oil. So we have a drop in the price of a barrel of oil and then the amount of gasoline sold. So as you can imagine, if the price of a barrel of oil decreases, that means gas is going to be cheaper. So as oil decreases, gas will sell more, or the increase of gas will be sold. Number 10, the dates of the summer beach vacation and the weather. So we have beach vacation and weather. Whether they will correlate, this one is kind of tricky. I would almost say no, but you could definitely make something sound okay, meaning so if the summer beach vacation is going to be obviously in summer, so the weather is most likely going to be at least warmer. So the days of the beach, summer beach vacation correlate with warmer temperatures. However, it's not really specific enough to will it rain, will it be cloudy, or will it be too humid, etc. So is it likely? It could be. You would just have to really come down to explaining it. So you couldn't just say yes or no on this one. But that's it. If you have any questions, email me or stop by after school. All right, that's all I got for you. Thanks a lot.